Hello, students. Welcome to you all. Today, I will go through another session of language, that is verbs. Now, see what is verb. Verbs are the action words in a sentences that describe what the subject is doing. Means verb is telling the action of subject along with nouns. Verbs are the main part of sentences or phrase, telling a story about what is taking place. In fact, without a verb, full thoughts cannot be properly conveyed. And even the simplest sentence, such as Maria sings, have one actually a verb, can be a sentence by itself with subject in most case you implied, such as sing, drive. Means verbs are very important part of sentence. Means basically if you don't have subject in a sentence but should be verb, because without verb a sentence is incomplete. Only a verb is giving meaning to any kind of sentence. Now, types of verb. Now, the question arises that how many types of verbs are there? So, see, main verb for action verbs, you can say, helping verbs, or you can say auxiliaries, linking verbs, the verbs that are making the link between the sentences, transitive verb or intransitive verb. Now, one by one, I want to describe about these types of verb. Now, at first, I want to discuss about main verb. What is main verb, or you can say action verb? Action means the verb which is presenting action of subject. Main verb or action verb are used to express action, something that an animal or a person or a thing does. Means action, you can say the action either it is of animal or action of anything or action of any person. In each of the following sentences, we only have main verb. Now, there are some sentences are given below here, and in these sentences, only the actions are, means the action verbs have been discussed. Fun. First one, the sun shines. Shine is main verb, and this is presenting the action of sun. The horse knee, it is also verb, and this verb is presenting the action of horse. Monkeys jumps. So in these sentences what we come to know, that these sentences are presenting or expressing expressing what? Action of place, action of person, action of animal. Now, in second number, we have helping verbs. Now, what are helping verbs? I told you in the previous videos also, is, am, are, was, were, will, you can say shall, should, may, might, can, could. These all are called helping verbs. As the name suggests, helping verbs means help or support the main verb, because these verbs are supporting to the main verb. Now see the example. We are learning about helping verbs. Here, are, what are is? Are is a helping verb, and main verb what is? Learning, because learning is presenting what? Learning is presenting main action here. Now in the second you see, we are in greenhouse club. Now are is again presenting as a helping verb in a sentence, because without are, sentence is totally incomplete. Next is, you should complete the work by tomorrow. Then should is presenting here helping verb, and complete is presenting here main verb. Now next, I hope it is clear to you that what is main verb And what is helping verb? Helping verb means the verb that is helping the main verb, or sometimes helping to complete the sentence. Now next one, transitive verb. Now what is transitive verb? A transitive verb expresses an action directed towards a person, place or thing. The action expressed by transitive verb passes from the doer or the subject to the receiver of the action. Now see what it is doing. The words that receive the action of transitive verbs are called object. Now how the action receive? Here it is written, the teacher made the question paper. Now see, in the above sentence, we can see the words in green. Here it is written the question paper. So the question paper complete the sense of a sentence, or you can say it is also presenting the work of a subject. The sentence would not make complete sense without this object. So it is called transitive verb. अगर हम सिर्फ ये कहते हैं the teacher made, then what? Question is what? Then answer the question paper. So it is called a transitive verb. When I am saying Peter cut what? The cake, because without object these sentences are not complete. So it is called transitive verb, means expresses an action directed towards a person, or you can say place or thing. Okay, noun. Here again it is written the teacher dash what, means if you are putting question on subject, then answer will come what? The question paper. In the same manner, if you are telling Peter cut means what, then answer is the cake. Then this answer is called object, and this answer proves that the act means that that it is transitive verb. Why? Because the sentence would not be complete without this object. You cannot find the complete sense without this object. So what it is called? It is called transitive verb. Okay. So, in the above sentences, the verbs made and cut are transitive verbs. A transitive verb needs a direct object to complete its meaning. What we come to know? That always the transitive verb need a direct object. You know very well a direct object or indirect object means I write a letter to my father. Then a letter is a direct object. To my father is the indirect object. In the same manner here. Now see example of transitive verbs. Birds have feathers. The teacher praised the pupil. She is eating a pear, means these verbs are not complete without object. If there is object and the object is presenting complete sense here, then it is called transitive verb. I like English. They are playing football. The potter has made a beautiful pot. Now they are playing football. What? Football. Then it is object. It is direct object, means the sentence is complete when we are adding objects here. Janice bought a bicycle. She is writing an essay. So these all sentences are presenting that if we are writing the objects, then only we would be able to get the complete sense or complete meaning. So these are called transitive verbs. Now see what is intransitive verb. A verb which does not need an object to make complete sense is called an intransitive verb. means the sentences are complete with verbs only. The sentences doesn't have any requirement for object, then these are called intransitive verb. Okay, means an intransitive verb expresses an action or tells something about the subject without the action passing to receiver or passing to the object. It can stand alone in the predicate because its meaning is complete. Now see the examples here. Mr. Baker jogs every day. Then here there is no need of object. Another wicked hunter was hiding. Here hiding is also presenting meaning itself. Annie looks very beautiful. Here looks is also complete. John speaks loudly. The ship sank rapidly. So these sentences are complete in a sense without any object. Okay. Now we will discuss about rules of subject verb agreement. Now see what is subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement with a singular noun. If the subject is singular noun, or you can say pronoun, for example, he, I, she, it, we must ensure that we must use singular verb to write a correct sentence. Means if a subject is singular noun or you can say pronoun, then what we will do? We will use singular verb to write a correct sentence. For example, she is playing the guitar. Next, the postman is asking for your signature. Now, subject 2, it is rules 2. The subject verb agreement with the plural noun. If the subject is with the plural, we, they, those, you is also plural. We need a plural verb, means plural noun के साथ plural verb आता है, singular के साथ singular verb आता है. Okay, and here it is written. Now see the example. The boys were dancing in corridor. हम अब इसमें ये नहीं कह सकते the boys was dancing in corridor. Why? Because when there is a plural subject, then naturally we will use plural verb. The children are playing in the garden. We cannot say that the children is playing in the garden. Why? Because the subject is plural. Now, rule 3. Subject verb agreement with the collective nouns. Some nouns are also considered as a singular. If the noun considered as a singular, then naturally we use the verb also singular. We cannot use plural verb. I cannot say the crowd were noisy. No, the crowd was very noisy. Why? Because I am talking about the whole group. Then it is one. If I am talking about the team, it means one because joint one. Then you will use singular verb. Our team has to win the match. We cannot say our team have to win match. Why? Because it is collective noun and it is singular, of course. Now subject. This is rule 4. Subject verb agreement with either or, neither nor. Either or we are using for the choices in positive, neither nor we are using for the choices in negative sentences. The verb must agree with the noun or pronoun that are closer to either or neither nor. list of example sentences. Neither he nor I am guilty means here you will use the verb according to the second subject. Here I. With I we cannot use is. We will use am in a singular number. Neither Bob nor his friends want the party. Here also, after friends, we will use want. We cannot write wants. Okay. Now, rule number 5. Subject verb agreement with indefinite pronoun. Indefinite means that is not certain. Indefinite pronouns like nobody. Nobody, कौन है पता नहीं. Everybody means everyone. Someone, it is also not clear. Somebody, one are always singular. Means we are using these indefinite pronouns as singular. Now see the example here. Everybody is liking the new car. Somebody is calling for you. Then also with these indefinite pronouns we are using singular verb. Now rule 6. We use singular verbs for uncountable nouns also. List of example. There is sufficient food in the refrigerator. Cold weather is a problem in this part of the country. Then here again we use the singular verb with uncountable noun. Sufficient food yani enough. We cannot make the 1, 2, 3, 4 counting. And here weather also we cannot make the counting here. So we are using singular verb. Now next is called finite and non-finite verbs. It is rule number 7. A plural noun takes a singular verb when it is named, such as Paris, China, Arabian Nights, and so on. Means when there is a use of plural noun as name. Suppose China, then we cannot say China are. China is the most densely populated country. Norway is very cold country. Now see the finite verb. Here is a definition written. Act as the main verb and can be changed according to the noun. Use in present and past tense means we can use this in present also and we can use this in a past tense also. Can be indicative of passive or active means you can use as active verse in the manner of active or you can use in the manner of passive sentences. Also used with singular or plural. Now see the example. She walks home. Here we see that the finite verb is walk. And what is the pronoun here? Pronoun is she. She walks home. Here we can see the verb. What is the verb? Walks. His verb means it is in a present tense. In the second sentence, it is in a past tense. So, it is changing according to the demand of the situation. Now, example, you promised me the last ticket. I am excited about going to amusement park. Now see the non-definite, non-finite verb. Definition is written here. Cannot be the main verb as they do not talk about the action that is being performed by the subject or noun. Means finite verb can be the main verb but non-finite cannot be the main verb. Why? Because do not talk about the action that is being performed by the subject. Means whatever the subject is doing, it is not discussed. Now do not indicate any tenses also. But when we are talking about the finite verb, then it is indicating the tenses, whether it is present tense or it is past tense. But when I am talking about non-finite verb, the non-finite verb is not presenting any tense, presenting mood or gender, used as noun, adverbs and adjective, and used to form non-finite clauses which are simply dependent clause that use non-finite. Now see the example here. Do you fancy going out? I like swimming. We enjoyed their singing. Means these are non-finite verbs are used as gerund, or sometime it is used as infinitive also. I decide not to go to New York. I had rather not eat much. I hope till here it is clear to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.